the rain.
Anybody else have any other thoughts?
I'm going to pick up the trophies on Monday, Mark.
Oh, yeah, trophies. Yeah.
I'll pick up the trophies Monday and deliver them to you here at the office.
On the cleanup afterwards,
How are we going to do that then? Who should we deliver them to a particular spot? Or what? All right, thanks everybody.
okay, I need my team.
If anybody has any more thoughts.
Just our Hope for Firefighters is coming up Thursday. We have our competition and the Firemen's Muster events, and we're doing some practicing today.
Well, Hope for Firefighters was started in 1998. After the tragic death of 4 firefighters of the Los Angeles Fire Department. They had a tragic year that year, and we were going to do an event here at the building that was a springtime event, and when those firefighters died, we decided to do a fundraiser for the families, the widows and orphans of those firefighters that were killed. So we organized an event with fire trucks and put out tables with displays of the pictures of the firefighters and whatnot. And the response from the community downtown was overwhelming. In less than 2 hours, we raised over $11,000 for those widows and orphans. Our first event with food booths and teams, we had 6 teams and 6 food booths. Now we have over 22 fire stations cooking out on Hope Street. So the event has become the nation's largest fireman's appreciation event of its type.
To look at this video and see the great fun that the civilians are having, it's under the watchful eyes of the firefighters who are using their days off to train these civilians, but the civilians look forward to the practicing for the event as much as the event themselves. The days gone by, firefighting that we used to do with the bucket brigades and the suit up and the hose cart pull, and the civilians get an opportunity to walk a mile in our boots. They get to wear our clothing, they get to get the adrenaline rush of rushing to a fire, laying hose lines, getting water on the fire, making a rescue, and just seeing their faces. It's more than just a game for them. It's a feeling of participation that they are one of us, and we're one of them. This morning I talked to my firefighters, and I talked to them about bringing them on duty and then sending them home safe. We work 24 hours at a time. We come on at 6:30 in the morning, and we get off at 6:30 the next morning. And my whole purpose is to keep our firefighters safe, and we do that through training, through drilling, and by knowing our jobs. I can't guarantee that every day that I'm going to send them home safe. It's my prayer and my hope. But there are times when the situations turn very ugly, very dangerous, and I have to look out for the welfare of our people. Many times as we roll down the streets of Los Angeles, people will wave and say hello, but there's no relationship, there's no intimacy. But now, since Hope for Firefighters has come about through the past few years, people wave and say, there go our firefighters. And the high-rise community on Hope Street come out in corporate sponsorship, and these folks are just amazing. They shed their corporate image, they shed their ties for a few hours on a beautiful day and come out and join the firefighters, and they're serving food and they're participating in the games, and it's a wonderful event. And the benefit from this is that the fact that this is the largest fundraising event that we have available that makes money for our widows and orphans and disabled firefighters. And it all comes about because generosity of corporate sponsors in the high-rise units of downtown Los Angeles. It's a wonderful experience. And it's even great to see the CEO and the leaders of these big corporations get involved and come out and be part of this event. And I think they really enjoy it.
Hope Street for Firefighters is dedicated to raising money for the Los Angeles Firemen's Widows, Orphans, and Disabled Firemen's Fund. And what we do in that fund is we help our firefighters. For example, we have a scholarship fund that comes out of the Widows and Orphans Fund. If a fireman has retired and then passed away and he leaves a widow and she isn't able to financially help herself, we will subsidize all of her income. For example, if a fireman is in an accident or something off-duty and it's not covered by on-duty benefits and he runs out of money and doesn't have a job anymore, we will help him.
I'd like to give you a recent example of where the fundraising money goes to. There was a retired firefighter who suffered a severe head injury and required him to retire off the job. He recently needed a wheelchair, a motorized wheelchair, which cost in excess of $30,000. Unfortunately, too, he had a son in the armed services who was killed in the Iraq conflict. So the benefits from a fundraiser such as this were used to purchase the retired firefighter a wheelchair.
Every day that I was a fireman, I couldn't wait to go to work. And I didn't save somebody's life every day, but the potential for that to happen is always there. And that's a bonding thing among the guys and in the station, among the public. The public actually expects that of firefighters, and firefighters give it without any thought. Hope for Firefighters is the event that raises money for the Widows and Orphans Fund, which is part of our Relief Association function. The overall scope of the relief is to take care of people like me or anybody else that goes down. When Hope for Firefighters or people that are associated with that and contribute to that, they directly help many, many firefighters and their families and anybody in need. And I can tell you personally and give you my testimony that my life would be totally different without them.
Behind the scenes to make this event happen is something that people don't see. And year in and year out, there's a dedicated group of people that actually make this happen. And it's important to the community and the buildings down here and the fire department as a whole that they get supported. The cause is a great one, and everyone should feel like they should come out every year. It gets bigger and better every year.
It's a great event, and I'm proud to be part of it. This is my 4th year being part of it, and it just keeps growing. At the end of the event, I know we all say we're never doing it again, we're so tired, but we do, and everyone puts their heart into it.
Two of the statues are going to be on display here over the next 2 weeks, and they are part of a number of 5 statues that have been made by a company called Honors for Excellence in Minnesota. The company specializes in memorials for police and fire departments. We're very proud of the fact that the statues were designed by one of our LAFD captains, an active member on duty here in the city of Los Angeles. His name is Dwayne Golden, and we had a design competition. Dwayne won the competition. With a fine arts background, he came up, so he's both firefighter and designer, and he's also a very proud part of this group of statues.
We love you, firefighters. You are our local heroes, and I know the entire community loves you. So, great Hope for Firefighters Day. Glad to be here, and keep it up.
And eat up! And eat up! Come on!
I love LA firefighters.
We love LA City firefighters.
Somebody got it right.
I love LA firefighters.
I love firefighters. They're great. That was apprehensive.
But I am a firefighter. I'm the one that she loves.
Thank you, one and all. Goodbye and see you next year.
I said they come in bigger sizes. This is for little kids. Are all the firemen little guys?
Sideways!
That's really slow, sorry. I'm sorry that the bear died because these were practicing firefighters. They're not actual firefighters, but they gave it a shot. That's really slow, sorry. I'm just worried about the people driving by that are thinking these are the real firefighters practicing. And they're not going to call 911 after this. That's really slow, sorry.